I hate thumbnails so much.
I hate that.
So fucking dumb.
Not my favorite part of the job. I just want to make a thumbnail that says, please just fucking click on the fucking here, right here. Here's an arrow.
Yeah.
And then a face.
Q written 3 times.
Yeah, that'd be a good thumbnail, dude.
Yeah. How do we do these again?
I don't know, man. Do we have an intro? I don't know. We just roll into it.
Never have we had an intro.
I don't think we've had an intro. I don't even think we introduced guests most of the time.
Dude, I was thinking back. Speaking of intro, I was thinking back to like the original Bankstandin podcast when I was like formatting it with Hellwind. And when I used to do it, I would format it really similar to this hockey podcast I listened to, which is actually, it's the hat that I'm wearing, Spittin' Chicklets. I just realized that. I used to format it exactly like that. So like what they would do is they would have like 30 minutes of talking about current events, no guest or anything. And then they would cut to a pre-recorded segment interviewing a guest. And then they would do 30 minutes without the guest again at the end, like talking about other current events. And when they did have guests on, they would do like the coolest intros about these people, like all the research in the world, like crammed into like 30 seconds and just make it like every guest was just this big spectacle. And so I tried to do that. And I remember I did it for Critical when I interviewed him. And I remember he was like flabbergasted at this giant intro that I did for him. Cause I like went into like every little thing that has like brought him to that point. And I was like, damn, we did that for 0 people on the new one. Yeah. we didn't do shit for anyone because it was just not what we wanted to do.
I think I remember watching that fucking 5 years ago. I don't remember. But it was quite a while after you had already like done it. I think maybe we even knew each other at the time. But I didn't even know who Moist Critical was. Yeah. But I just remember thinking like, this guy's really funny. Like I like this guy. And then randomly wasn't he the Quap guy? Wasn't one of his first big videos ever?
Yeah. He got on the news with that. Yeah.
Video.
Yeah.
I watched the Quap video. Yeah. And I remember watching the Bankstandin from years ago and thinking like, wait a minute. He sounds familiar. And then I like dug up the Quap video and I was like, holy shit. And then I went to his YouTube channel. I was like, oh, he's like a massive YouTuber.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, that makes sense.
It's crazy, dude. It's so funny because me and my childhood best friend named Spencer, we like bonded in middle school. Like it's how we became friends. We bonded over Modern Warfare 2 when that came out and Critical. And we would sit back and watch Critical videos like all the time whenever we were hanging out. And the first video I ever saw by him was a Halo Reach video where he tries to kill a monster with a forklift inside Halo Reach. And he has that monotone voice, like the same exact voice. And we used to joke about like, because we watched him, I mean, still to this day, I'll still watch him. But for the longest time, we're like, he's the most timeless YouTuber ever. Because he had the same exact format. He's like, what's up, everyone? It's Critical. I'm playing this. I'm commentating while I'm playing. And like,
I'm driving a forklift. Yeah. Dude, I sometimes when I watch your stuff, I hear a little bit of Critical in there.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was recently that I watched or listened. It was the video we did for PJ. You said there was like a line you had in there, Prison Joe.
Oh, Prison Joe.
Reacting to there's a I think I'm the only person in the world that calls him PJ. I don't know that anybody calls him that.
But Jam,
everyone calls him Prison Joe or Seth. But I think there was like one of your responses. I was like, it's rung of Moist Critical.
Oh yeah, he's definitely sprinkled himself into my persona. I mean, I've watched him since I was God knows how old. Like longest I've watched any creator on the platform is Critical.
How did you get him on the podcast?
I just emailed him. Yeah, emailed him, which was super funny. He actually just did. I don't remember who makes the videos. It's like the celebrities, and they have the Google questions and they answer them. He just did one of them with those guys, and it was funny because he was telling a story about his best friend how they met because his best friend had initially sent him an email, like through his YouTube email. And he's like, yeah, you can send me emails right now, but it probably is not going to get to me. I'm not going to read them. Like, and I was like, damn, dude, that's the only way I got in contact with him. And
that's funny.
In that video, he also mentioned he had Discord, and he's like, yeah, I don't really go on my Discord. Like, I have it for friends and stuff, but like I don't go on Discord. And I'm like, I have his Discord. I have him as a friend on Discord. And last time I messaged him, he didn't reply to me. So yeah, he's ascended to like a new level of creator. He's not just a video game guy anymore. He is like one of the top dogs, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, I don't think I see any more emails, and I certainly don't check my Discord unless it's a DM anymore. I couldn't imagine like how many crappy emails he gets.
Yeah.
Or good ones, but mostly crappy, I bet.
Mostly crappy, absolutely. And if he even gets, his email probably does not go directly to him. I'm assuming he has management of some sort.
Yeah, I don't have mine anymore.
Me either.
It goes to management. Yeah. Jimmy,
what's up?
What have you been up to, man?
God,
we did a Bankstandin like 2 months ago at this point, right?
Yeah, and then when we ended the call, life proceeded to be nonstop from that moment.
Same.
Until about yesterday.
Same. Actually, it must have been like 3 months or something. It could have been more.
Yeah, whenever that was. Because I don't think I had the Song of the Elves video out yet. I was working on that, I think, when we did that, which was like the biggest project I'd ever done up to that point. And then simultaneously doing the house stuff, because I remember during our podcast, I fucking answered the phone. They said, you got accepted, you know?
Yeah.
We're in the house now.
Cool, man. It looks great. It looks great.
Yeah.
Wait, so you moved into a house? What kind of piece you got?
What you mean?
A little piece of property, you know?
Yeah, it's a 2-story house. I got a pool. Pool's nice.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
Yeah. I've had to learn how to take care of that.
I feel like I feel like you don't skimp out on the pool when you're in a desert situation.
It's nice.
I feel like that's probably like
very nice.
Is it chlorine, salt water, and a little of both?
I was just going to talk about this. The salt water is what we have, right? And I've never taken care of any pool before. I've never had a pool in my life. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna get it serviced because I don't want to screw this up. I know there's a lot of stuff with like chemicals and everything, and it's salt water, and I have never even been in a saltwater pool before. I'm starting to think about this because dude's charging like $170 a month to like come by and put a chlorine tab in my pool. So I'm like, maybe I should learn about this, because I asked him about the saltwater stuff, and he's like, no, like you don't really need to add salt in here or anything. Like
he's like, I wouldn't do salt.
He's like, nah, man, you just put some chlorine in, and it's like the salt's still in there. It doesn't go away. I'm like, are you sure it doesn't go? This doesn't sound correct. So I might find someone else to do the pool that can be a little more helpful with the saltwater situation.
I feel like I've heard multiple instances of like friends of mine getting swindled by pool guys where they're just like not doing shit. They're not fixing things. They show up, they're like, oh yeah, that's just the way it is. And I feel like I hear about that a lot. It's like car mechanics and pool guys.
Yeah. Because I asked them, I'm like, because you know, there's all the pool equipment, all the tubes and pipes and shit that you gotta configure. And I'm like, yeah, so I know those things, those filters there, that, you know, they need to be replaced every year or two. Like, how do I know? You know, he's like, oh yeah, no, that's fine. You'll know it needs to be replaced when it starts leaking. Starts leaking? do you replace your tires when they start smoking? You're
like, is there a pre-leak inspection?
It didn't sound correct. So a little weird,
dude. Okay, so last podcast, I got a house and you got married. Now you got a house, brother got engaged.
Let's go. Really?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yes, dude.
Dude, that's huge.
I think, let's see, it's fucking October. So about 2 months ago.
Let's fucking go, dude. Congrats.
3 months. Yeah, thank you, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's actually really fun. We live together. Life's good, man. Is it great?
I envy you because I'm assuming they're a United States citizen.
Yep.
And get to just skip a whole lot of stuff with that.
Yeah, dude. Okay, yeah.
Because
you and Flunton were doing a whole bunch of like bullshit just to see each other because you were born in different countries.
We were engaged a long time ago, before anyone knew. Like almost 2 years ago. It was like a while. So she moved out here with me, and as a Canadian citizen, you have 6 months. You can spend 6 months out of a calendar year in the U.S. Vice versa. We can spend 6 months there. So we were in the process of our application for like the fiance thing. Like they're separate for fiance, and then if you're already married, there's 2 different ways you can go about it. So we were doing the fiance one, and it was like so backed up. Like it was insane. If it did get accepted, we'd have to get married after the acceptance within 90 days, which is how that always works. You have to. It's weird, dude.
It just sounds shitty. Why?
It's insanely shitty. The immigration is terrible. But we were like banking on the application going through while she was here with me in Vegas, and it was getting to the point where it's like, this thing's not getting accepted before this. And her parents moved from her old house like into their own place because they figured, she's over here now. So we were like,
so she like didn't have a room or anything, or like no place to go.
I mean, we definitely could have figured it out if she needed to go back, but then it would be like, well, now we're just going to be apart from each other for who knows long, and you literally are not allowed back here if you do, do that. So we're like looking into it, and we're like, well, I mean, we're just waiting for this thing to get accepted so that we can get married. So like, the only way you can stay here is if we get married. So let's just speed that up by a few months, So, and then we had to change our application entirely, start from scratch with our lawyer and stuff. And she got to stay here. And then it finally went through, and she's permanent resident and she's chilling. So,
sweet.
Yeah, it's nice. But
cool.
You don't have to do any of that. Which is amazing.
Dude. Yeah,
I'm so happy that you don't need to do that. That is ideal.
Bro.
Yeah. It's great, dude.
I had a buddy who was from Australia who was on a couple of different like visas and then trying to get a green card, and he went to school here and then had a job and trying to get another. Yeah. Kyle. Mm-hmm. And he dude, I swear to God, he would have married me if I asked him to, just to stay. It was like, that was such a bad process for him.
Yeah.
Just trying to get like sponsored by a company to get a green card. So.
Yeah, it's brutal, dude. They gotta, they're never going to make it easier, but they, you can wish, but.
From what I'm told, the United States is even far more accepting than most countries.
Yeah.
Well, I should say first world countries. I mean, I doubt the ones that. I don't think Nicaragua's kicking people out.
Yeah,
but who knows?
Yeah,
maybe they are. Maybe I picked the worst country.
I think
someone's gonna be Canada. Like, actually.
From what it sounds like, Canada is 1,000 times easier for at least for U.S. citizens to get like permanent residence over there.
Yeah, I'm not sure a lot of people move to Canada.
No. It's usually the other way around because people like to have property here so that when they're in fucking cold as shit Canada, they can go to their house in the U.S. Yeah. Snowbirds, they're called.
Dude, that actually is funny, Flunton, going from Canada to like desert land Las Vegas, which I was just in Las Vegas for a bachelor party 2 weekends.
Yeah, you texted me. Yeah,
I think
dude. So. 2 weeks.
That was my first time in Vegas.
Yeah.
So
how'd you like it?
It was actually, it was a pretty fun trip.
Yeah.
Like it was a bachelor party. I think 19 dudes total. So it was bachelor, like groomsmen, and then like a little bit of like extended friend group. So we just split up into like smaller groups and kind of did our own thing for most of the time. Mm-hmm. But no, it was good. Like it was pretty chill, to be honest. wasn't trying to like kill myself and
yeah,
blow 10,000 on hookers or whatever you do in Vegas.
Yeah.
So I actually had a pretty chill weekend. It was really fun.
Yeah.
I think I gambled for the first time at a casino. I'd never done that before.
Yeah. Did you have beginner's luck?
Yeah, I did.
Let's go.
Well, I mean, kind of. I played blackjack, and I gave myself, I was like, dude, I'm going to be here for 3 nights. I'm going to do $100 the first 2 nights. If I have anything after that, I can go gamble night 3. But worst case scenario, I lose $200. Consider it money well spent. Went down 100 the first day. Second day, I went down to $70, and I was like, shit. Showed up third day with $70 out of the 200. And then in like 10 minutes, turned it into $270. We left $70 positive. And I was like, dude, I was talking to I actually had a lot of fun. I think what made it fun for me was I found a dealer that was like pretty entertaining and who I could kind of like play off of. It was this Asian dude. He was probably 40, had these like super thick rim glasses. Then have you ever played blackjack?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'd ask him like if I had like 16 and he's sitting on an 8 or something. And so I'd always ask him if it was a little unsure. I'd be like, hey man, what does the book say? And he sometimes he'd be like, oh, it could go either way. Like book says blank.
And
I'd be like, all right.
Is the dealer?
Yeah. And they'll tell you like, it's not his money.
Yeah.
He's going to play properly and try and beat the table. But, he seems sincere enough. And at the end of it, I was pretty low on funds. So I was like, all right, man, I'm sitting there with like $50 and I was like, what's the book say? And he looks at me, he's like, it's like 50-50. Book says, follow your heart. And I was like, hey, I like that answer. So I got like 21. I turned it over. Then I went in like another round, doubled up, made all that money. And then I was like, $70 up. I'm walking away. We quit while we're ahead.
Yep.
So, I mean, $70 wasn't, I was thinking like, is that going to change my life? No, but it is my flight home and that feels way better.
Yeah.
So I was like, if you came up to the table and said, you need to leave now and I'll give you a free flight home, I'd be like, I'm out of here, bros.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, it was actually fun. I had a good time. Even when I was losing a bit of money, I was like, eh.
I mean, it's the most like cliche saying, but like you only gamble what you're willing to lose kind of thing.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing that, you're fine.
I had a lot of practice being really shit at PKing where I'm like, this is money I've already spent. I'm going to lose it.
Yeah.
We'll just go out there and see what happens. And so I was like, "Damn, this is easy." So I did have some beginners luck. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And then I played my first 18 holes of golf. So I've never been to like a course and played
You never golfed before?
Holes, so like when I was a kid at this like pitch and putt where everything's a minuscule par. It's like 80 yards, 60 yards to the hole, and it's a par 3. And then I've been to Top Golf like 3 times.
Yeah.
Jimmy, I am incredible at golf.
Yeah?
For no reason.
Dude.
My buddies that golf, that like actually try, were getting so mad because I fucking drove one off of the tee like 310 yards, put it right next to the green. And I was like, I looked at Adam, I was like, dude, golf's easy. And my friends are like, fuck you, man.
Golf's
we try.
easy, dude.
They're like, we practice.
Yeah.
And so I was just really good at golf for no reason.
Good.
I don't remember what my final score was, but it was enough to make my buddies who play mad, which was about all that I wanted out of the day.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good.
So that was a pretty fun experience.
Hell yeah. Dude, golf. I've played golf before. I used to play with my dad at like par 3 courses in college when I was in a fraternity. A lot of those guys are very like come from very traditional families. A lot of them are business guys.
They're like, we were going to business. I go to the business school. We're going to golf.
Yes, because golf is like the business sport. You talk business while you're golfing. And it was funny because I realized that that's no longer the case for what we do now. Counter-Strike is now
I was like, Counter-Strike is the golf, yeah.
You play some Counter-Strike games with some people. Suddenly you have a relationship. You can collaborate with people. It's like crazy to think about how casually inclusive something like gaming is for establishing relationships is very, very funny. You don't need to learn how to swing a golf club anymore. You could just log on to Counter-Strike. You've been playing any RuneScape at all?
Dude, actually, yes.
Yeah?
I've actually been having fun again, which I know is like every other video title that I put out now. Mm-hmm. But it's because I stopped playing the game for a long time because I do some shitty grind and I'm like, I'll make the video and then I'm like, I don't want to look at this stupid game. And then I start playing it again and I just start doing something that kind of catches my interest. So this time, it was my latest video. I ended up doing like a Mossy Key grind to get a Bryophytus Essence to do some high alching, whatever. It was like some super convoluted grind. Mm. I ended up killing Moss Giants in the wild and brought some stuff to anti-PK and was having some fun doing that. I was like, this is kind of a rush. Like, I'm liking this. It didn't really go well at Moss Giants. Like, I didn't die. I didn't kill anybody. So then I just went down a rabbit hole of, I've been at the Revenants for like 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. I'm getting pretty fucking bored of the Revenants, dude. But I got a lot of anti-PKing in, and so that was pretty fun. I was like, man, let me hop into LMS. Like, I'm having a good time. I'll go and start doing some LMS, see if I'm like any good anymore. Have you ever spent very much time doing LMS?
No.
When you start your 500 ELO, or like points or whatever, it's not exactly ELO, but it's close. Usually the players start getting good around 3,000. That means they've played a shit ton of games. I think like 3 kills is 2 points, 5 is 3, 7 is 4, and then you get another point or 2 if you win. So it takes a lot of games to get to about 3K. And if you lose or die right away, you'll actually lose points. If I saw someone who had about 3,000 points, I'd fight them and it would be close, but I would probably lose. And I was like, okay, I felt like I was decent. That was 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Haven't played like any LMS. I start going back there. In my mind, I'm like, I'm not good, but I'm not terrible. People start telling me when I kill them, good fight, man. Holy shit. Well played. I'm like, that's weird. People don't say that in LMS. They usually say, fuck you. Even if you kick their ass, they're like, you piece of shit. The only people who compliment you in RuneScape if you kill them are really good players.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I just beat a really good player. I looked this motherfucker up. He's 40,000. Ranked like 150. He's got 40,000 fucking ELO points or whatever their system is. And he's ranked like 150. I was like, holy shit. So he came up to me after back in the lobby and was like, dude, really good fight. Well played. And I was like, I guess it was a really good fight. And I looked at the numbers. I just beat him. Fair and square, more deserved damage.
Yeah.
Didn't have some crazy freezes. Like, he wasn't hitting like shit. It was just a good fight. And I was like, all right, okay. Like, that's pretty cool. Happened again. Some dude compliments me like 2 games later. He's like, damn, really good fight. Looked him up, 45,000 points. Yeah, and I'm just like kicking ass in LMS. I beat some guy. I saw his name. I think it was like Anima or something like that. We're walking under. We're getting our 1-tick switches. We're faking. We're doing all this shit. And I was like, damn, that was really hard. I barely win with like no food left. He tells me GG or good fight at the end. I looked him up, Jimmy. He's got 70,000 points. He was rank 11, bro.
That's really good.
That's really, I know. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because those dudes, I mean, that's all they do.
I know. I was like, yeah, it just, something about it like finally clicked. And then I went out to the wild and it turns out everybody in my combat bracket is running around in 200 mil gear and just fucking destroys you if you don't have the same gears. I was like, okay, so we're ragging gear. We're still risking like 3 mil in anti-PKing and it's whatever. But, you know, I'm having an okay time in the wild in RuneScape.
I know I've already mentioned Counter-Strike today, but it's like the biggest example of that is like someone's in a slump or they're grinding their life away for like a month or 2 and things just aren't going their way. So they put it down for like 3 months. Like they just don't play it. And then they come back and they're just clicking heads, just climbing ranks. Like, what happened? Because I know Flutton, that happened to her like twice. She like experienced that and she got to global elite last time, like the literal highest you can get. And
What? She's that fucking good?
Oh my god, she's insane at
Wait,
Counter-Strike.
globally, that'd be like Challenger or something from like
whatever the top possible rank you can get in the game is.
Crazy,
she's
bro.
insane. Yeah.
I knew she'd been playing the game forever and like used to stream it all the time, and like it was like Counter-Strike and Runescape for her. I didn't realize she was like nasty with it. Dude.
She's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she's actually oh man, I don't remember what her current status was with World of Warcraft at the time. She's become like a full-time WoW streamer since this whole summer. Yeah. She sits at like 650, 700 viewers every single day on WoW. It's insane.
What?
Yeah. She is like full-blown WoW streamer now. It's crazy.
Since the beginning of the year, like I've totally stepped away from Twitch. Mm-hmm. I don't watch it. I don't stream on it. So I didn't even. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's sick.
Because she tried out the hardcore mode because WoW picked up that
Well,
hardcore thing.
I saw some of her YouTube stuff was WoW hardcore.
Yeah, so she streamed every single thing that she's done. Like she's never stopped streaming. So I mean, it's just been. She's like, why would I even stream RuneScape right now? Like, why would I do that? Like,
dude. So are you still playing WoW often?
No, not really. I haven't. I don't really know if I've revealed this, but I'm making a project. It's the biggest production I've ever done on anything, and it's a WoW video, and it's a video essay about it. I'm not going to go into detail about what exactly it is, but essentially all of my World of Warcraft time right now is spent not on the game. It's towards this video. I've been in pre-production, like writing of it, because I've already played the game. I don't even want to look at how much footage I have, like size-wise, but I have written and rewrote just the intro of this thing like 6 times already, just trying to like fletch it out. And I want to make it like perfect. Like I want to get it right. And
cool. That's a fun feeling when you have like that idea that you're working on.
Yeah. So that's my World of Warcraft stuff right now. I'm not playing it at all. I'm just diving deep into some stuff.
You just released was it Song of the Elves? Was that the one you just released?
Yeah, I did that one in. And
then it was the vampire one. That's the one that just came out.
Yeah. So yeah, I did Song of the Elves, and then there was another one for From
that was like 105 minutes.
Yeah,
or something like a big.
Yeah. Song of the Elves one. It was like like an hour and a half. It was crazy.
Hour and a half. Shit.
It's too much. Too long. Too much work. I didn't even finish like what I wanted to finish because I had to get it out in time. But I'm happy with it. It turned out good. I've been doing by release. I recorded by release yesterday. It was funny. I was just talking about it today. The last 3 quests I did: Song of the Elves, Fremennik Exiles, and then Sins of the Father. And all of them are pretty lore heavy. They're progressed in some storyline already. And the next 3 quests, it was like Getting Ahead, Below Ice Mountain, and A Poor Scene of Interest, like those 3, which are all very short, no attached storylines, just standalone short quests. And it was crazy how much more fun I had doing those small quests because there wasn't all this pressure to like make a spectacle out of things or like get everything perfect and just mess around. I messed around so hard.
Because when you feel, you set that expectation like this is the Song of the Elves video. Yeah. It's got to be as good as I can make it.
Yeah.
And that, I get that. I remember going through that with the Gerardo video, just thinking like, I worked on it for like 100 hours and I'm like, it's not good enough, dude. I'm like, I don't know what I'm envisioning, but it's better than this.
Yeah. In between it, I guess I did a video style I've never really done before, where I did like the Summer Summit happened and I hadn't watched it because I was in the middle of the move, and I just sat in front of a green screen and just watched the Summer Summit and just talked about it as it happened, and I condensed it down in like 45 minutes, and it did surprisingly well. Like people were having fun, like engaging in conversation. I made some pretty outlandish requests of Jagex, just kind of throwing shit out there. But while I was putting it up, I'm like, damn, this is nowhere near as good as the other videos I make. Like, there's no way that this is going to do well. And it did. I mean, I was like, damn, people just want to like listen to something sometimes. Like they just want to hear someone talk. So I'm just lucky enough to be one of the people they click on, I guess. It's like,
yeah, dude.
I'm down for that, but definitely not a video I want to like. It felt more of like a side channel video to me, but had to post it to main channel because legally obligated. So
I don't think you've posted on side channel for like 4 months, 5 months, something like that.
Yeah, and I'm almost mad at myself because I've had a video exported and ready for like a month or two now, and it's just been like I haven't been able to. It's a dark and darker video, the last of it, and it's a really fucking funny video, and I haven't put it up because I don't have a thumbnail or a title or anything, and something has always taken priority over it, like every single day, where I just forget about it, or like because I need Jake to make a thumbnail because I'm not gonna do it, and he's like always busy or forgets to do it too, and just it'll eventually go up for sure. But
God, I don't know how many videos I have that are good that I just didn't post on like a second chat. This fucking Space Guys video.
Oh my God, dude. Did that never go up anywhere?
No, it never went up anywhere. I got it on my hard drive, bro. Part of it was like, I didn't really know what to do with it, what style I was going to do. It was just total, like, fucking around with it.
Yeah.
And so I did like 3 different styles.
Yeah. Hey, NASA guys. What's going on? Miss us? I bet you miss us. I know there's probably like 7 articles about us written already.
Yeah.
It's going great here. Please do not check. We're doing so much science here. A lot of geology samples. We're great.
I'm sure an audience member would not even notice, like, hey, there's a lot of clashing ideas here. Like, because it starts off this like narrative heavy like RP thing, and then goes into like gameplay clips with text on screen and quick edits, and then like back to some like even more dramatic narrative, slow paced, like brooding music. Like it's all over the place. But it's actually really fucking entertaining.
Yeah.
I just remember my favorite part was we had some journey up to the top of the mountain getting attacked by eagles or
dude,
something.
Yes, that was so
the
funny.
climb up the cliffs, getting in spacesuits, getting attacked by eagles, bro. I think about that at least once a month. I'm like, the Space Guys, the eagle climb was pretty fucking awesome.
Dude, Space Guys. Yeah, I think that video, I think it just came down to like, we just thought too hard about it. Like,
yeah, I think so, for sure.
What you just described sounds so funny to watch. I'm like, just fucking put that up. You know?
I know, dude.
We thought way too deep about that. Like, just put it up.
It's really good too.
Yeah,
man. I've been seeing a lot of people, idle there, and there was like one other person can't come to mind that is dipping their toes into other games, doing WoW, doing other MMO stuff. Looks fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I think I honestly, it's so shitty. I feel like I was so burnt out of RuneScape, so I went to like other MMOs. I played like 4 different MMOs, and I feel like burnt out of them as well. Like all MMOs right now, I'm just like, I need to just chill, man. I just want to make videos or something. So I'm like, burnouts are hard because,
dude,
unpredictable. And
you know what I've been watching recently that I actually really like? What is it? The I survived 1,000 days in hardcore Minecraft. There's probably 10 different versions of that and 500 videos per with the exact same title and thumbnail. But some of them are really good. Some of these YouTubers are telling a really good story. They're just nailing the pacing and the edits and these like, because what usually happens is they do a series and then they upload the movie. It's the same thing that we do in RuneScape. Whereas ours are 200-hour movies. It's like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Games like that and Rust, that's, I think, going to be my next thing that I go down is going to be some kind of Minecraft or Rust. I like the storytelling in it so much. because you get to more than you do in RuneScape, and even more than you do in like World of Warcraft and other third-person games and stuff. You get to show the action on screen in like a really dramatic way. Because there's moments, let's say I'm trying to do something in Minecraft or whatever. I'm hopping around. There's a ledge next to me. Some monsters are coming. I'm swinging my sword. And Aaron is like, holy shit, oh God. And like running. And there's just like drama on screen. That doesn't fucking happen in RuneScape.
Yeah.
And if it does, it happens in this really kind of ephemeral way, kind of like a game of blackjack could be dramatic, but you're like, it doesn't look dramatic.
Yeah.
You're like looking at the screen and you're like, there's not a bunch of action.
Yeah.
There's not a bunch of like, there's no explosions. It's like nothing's really happening on screen.
Yeah.
And so I've been watching like these long form Rust and Minecraft movies that look really fun to write, produce, and all that stuff. So there's a style of video that I want to try and do in RuneScape. That's basically the Rust story, where you start off naked on a beach, and I'm gonna do that in the RuneScape wilderness, and I want to see if I can do something compelling with that, where I'm only using stuff that I get from the wild and from fighting other players. I think that would be pretty compelling. And just trying to like steal some of these other storytelling kind of narrative, like that genres that they're doing with other games that are so good.
Yeah.
So I'm actually like, I'm going through these Minecraft videos, which feels silly, but I'm just like taking notes, watching them. Like, what did the editor do here? Like, what are they cutting? Because it's 2 hours and there's zero fluff. Like it's tight, it's good. The pacing is just good.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you would notice this as well. Like, you watch the video and the music and the edits and the cuts are all kind of formulated in such a way that it takes you on this journey. It builds up tension. It releases the tension. It kind of lets you relax a little bit. It does it again. And so,
yeah,
I don't know, man. I was just like sitting today watching a YouTube video for like an hour.
Yeah.
So
I don't remember the guy's name, the Rust guy. You'd probably know him. He's like one of the biggest ones for like making big productions.
Was like Blueprint.
There's Blueprint.
Wellen, Frost. I gotta go watch some of those. Those are fucking good, bro.
There's one that I watched where it was just I remember it was just the intro of it inspired the intro of the Song of the Elves video I did, and I want to remember. I'm trying out Stevie. Stevie's the guy.
Yep, dude. It's so funny how many of my videos, like the ones that are the Seed Box video, that was a Let's Game It Out video. The Grardor episode 3 was a Slimesicle video. I could do that with like half the videos on my channel, where I was like, I was trying to emulate some style, but do it with RuneScape.
Yeah.
Which the final product ends up being like pretty different, because like just the kind of moments you use in our game versus their game, completely different. But I could probably do that with half my videos, where I'm like, I was inspired by some YouTube video, and I was like, nah, I'm going to do that with RuneScape.
Yeah, definitely. I just started working on probably, I want it to be the biggest project I've made, a RuneScape video. I'm not going to spoil it. I'll tell you and I'll just cut this part out.
Okay, cool, okay. I think I can do maybe like one of those videos a year.
Oh, yeah.
Where like you just dive in and you're like, okay, this is the one this year. We're just going to do the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that itch again. Still, by the way, but still don't have the enhanced crystal weapon seed. I don't know if who knows? Yeah. I've seen like 5 other series where they got it at 200 KC, and I want to jump off the roof of my house. What?
I got 1 KC at Corrupted Gauntlet.
On you just did a KC.
I got 1 KC because my stats fucking atrocious, and it took. I got so good at the mechanics. I actually got Well, it was on the regular gauntlet. I like learned it. I got that master task. It was like called the perfect gauntlet, where like you never take damage off prayer, you never get hit by a tornado, you never get hit by the box. Like everything is like literally perfect. So I got it to that point, and it took me like 17 tries to get a first KC, because I had like
corrupted.
Yeah.
Are you doing tier 3 armor runs? Is that what you had to do?
Well, like, dude, I couldn't do it. I was so slow. I didn't understand how people were getting tier 2 so fast. So, because Settled was teaching me, and he was having me get tier 1 armor and getting the tier 3 bow and staff. And it wasn't until I did successfully get tier 2 armor and like have a good run where I was able to get the KC. I didn't get it in tier 1 armor, but
yeah,
holy shit, dude.
My recent thing has been trying to get the speed chaser. It's 6.5 minutes. So the way you do it is like, I think you'd go in with like 9 food, 2 potions, tier 1 armor. You can do it 2 tier 3 weapons, and then I think you should be a pretty good chance if you get 3 redemption procs off early on in the fight. Dude, it's not fucking easy. I've hit 334, 337, like that range so many times.
Yeah.
I just cannot break 330. Yeah. And the prep, dude, the prep is so hard.
I hate the prep. I hate it. It's so annoying.
It's just so sweaty, man. Like I'm trying to miss 0 ticks because I'm getting 4 seconds. It's 12 ticks, bro.
Yeah.
So like if that's me running through the doorway, as opposed to like clicking on the light, because then you'll stop. If you run through the doorway and then 1 tick click, you can keep moving through it. Like anything to save a tick.
Yeah.
I'm shooting in between, like finding ways to do animation canceling while filling up potions and fishing and attacking all at the same time. And dude, it's so sweaty, bro.
Yeah.
It's so sweaty.
I hate that. It was not fun for me. I'm glad I got 1 KC. That was all I wanted. I didn't want to. People thought like when I teased it at the end of my previous video that I was gonna be like grinding. They're like, "Oh no, you're about to like experience what 9 Rain did." Like people were literally commenting that, like, "Oh, here you go." And I'm like, "Fuck no, I'm gonna get 1 kill."
I'm getting 1 KC.
I'm not doing that. Are you insane?
Yeah, dude.
No way. Because. God, dude.
Yep. Like I said, I saw like 3, 4, 5 different series all get spoon-fed on the fucking enhanced.
Oh,
every time there's comments and they're like, "Hey, 9 Rain's crying right now."
Yeah, I've seen those comments. Yeah, it's funny.
Dude, oh man, it's
so
pretty
brutal,
bad,
dude.
And I haven't even made the video yet, and they just know that I'm suffering, and they know it's bad. And people are already commenting all about my Corrupted Gauntlet grind. There's no Corrupted Gauntlet video.
Yeah.
So people just know it's bad, which I'm having a lot of fun with, and I'm gonna keep doing every video until I come out with the Corrupted Gauntlet video.
Yeah.
I hope people are really excited for the video. I think they will be.
Oh yeah.
And so, anyways, I'm gonna once I get the drop and can wrap up that video, I am going somewhere deep and dark in a fucking cave to go edit and write and produce for like a month or 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to get the drop, and then we'll see at what point I'm at in my life. Like if it's this year, I've got sponsored deadlines to hit, so I might even probably put it off till next year.
Yeah.
And do videos along the way, so I have no pressure for that one. I kind of liked that production cycle where I just was like, I'm gonna take as much time as I want on this thing.
Yeah.
Nobody talk to me.
Yeah. That's the way to do it, dude. With what we're doing, I've learned that is the big projects. You just kind of have to trickle at a little bit. And then, I mean, everything we put out, as much as we'd love it to be this grand, big production that we want everyone to enjoy, it's like, we can't. We don't have the resources. We don't have the people, you know, we don't have the Hollywood set and crew with us.
And a lot of it ends up where you're like grinding out a video on the editing side too. Cause you're like, I gotta get a video out. This is my job.
Yeah.
And so I actually wait to work on the really good ones that I really want to get. I don't really grind at those, or like I give them time. And so I'll work on it a little bit. You leave and you come back to it when you're feeling good and expired, and you're like well hydrated and you're cooking. And so, but yeah, like you're saying, we don't always have that luxury. Actually, we almost never have that luxury. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's rough, but I mean, it's worth it at the end. It's so worth it. I think that the biggest thing that helped me is because, I mean, that was the song of the Elvis video for me, is I was working on that for like a fucking year in total, like slowly.
Isn't it crazy? Also, it's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So like the amount of time it takes to make an hour and a half long video is so much more time than a 15-minute video. It's not even close.
Oh my God, it's insane.
And then the kind of storytelling and pacing that you have to do to make it like make sense. 15-minute video, you just put on some happy-go-lucky music and have like 3 or 4 high moments in there, and then it's like you're done.
Yep. Yeah.
Like some 15-minute videos, it's like I did one thing. We settled with one tiny goal. We did the one tiny thing. We're done.
Yeah.
But when you're telling like a long story, you're like, we got to have some character development, rising action. You got to get to some climax. You got to get to like, oh, your character thought they were going to get there and they just escaped their grasp. And then there's this turn where you're like, holy shit, what about plan B? And then you know it's like it's gotta be a story.
Just creating the adventurer's journey every video. It's like,
yeah.
Fuck, man. This is hard. I was going to ask you, are you, assuming you know League's coming out?
Okay, I just saw a tweet about that.
Yeah, League's is coming. League's
I will be playing this next. When though?
I think they said November. The tweet they just had November. What? Why?
No, I wish it was January. I'm so busy. November, December. I'm so busy.
Yeah.
I'm already out of town half of November and half of December.
Yeah.
Like I'm not home. I'll be playing Leagues.
Yeah.
So I do want to do Trailblazer. Absolutely. That was a blast. We should do a fucking song, Jimmy. Like
that's what I was saying, dude. I'm like, when are they gonna hit us up? What the fuck? Why do I not have DMs right now yet? What the fuck is going on?
I still have people message me about that. Let's make a shitty little like parody Trailblazer release video, and the whole point could be like, hey, Jackass didn't pay us to do a trailer, so we just made one anyways. And we could get away with a lot more shit.
We don't have to make nearly as many edits as we had to for them, man.
That would actually be so fun, dude.
Yeah. I remember we had to cut a bunch of stuff. We had to cut out shit about the hot elves.
Yeah.
There's a few things they wanted us to change.
Well, yeah, and honestly, I remember they came back with the edits and were like, hey, you can't say that. And we're like, well, shit. But I remember we like sat on it for a day or two, came back with some changes, and I actually liked the changes better because they were like more tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
We had to be like a little more creative.
Yeah.
We like went back and forth just shooting each other. Like we'd rip some song off Epidemic Sounds or whatever, rap a couple lines over it, and then be like, how does this sound? Just trying to find the mood and the tone of like, is this going to be East Coast, West Coast? Is it going to be a dubstep song? We ended up kind of going Lonely Island-esque with it.
Yeah.
And I remember there was just one version that you sent me that was this kind of like hip hop kind of jumpy
Fresh
beat.
Prince of Bel-Air, dude.
Yeah, and Tal sent it to me, and then I just rapped the Fresh Prince song over it, then sent it back, bro. I tried to find that. In like our DMs or something, I could not find it.
Hey guys, it's me, Jimmy. I'm editing this. I found it.
Looky here now, Rain, let me tell you something. The new league is here and we starting from nothing. So if you think for a second I'm going to the L's, then you best log off and reevaluate
now,
yourself.
Now this is a story all about how my life got turned upside down. And I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there, and I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel-Air.
Well, Jim, you're about to get wrecked. I'm heading for the best. Crystal bow, crystal shield, and don't forget the chest. A loony is hot, and so is Elena, ill-fiending with near. No place in the game got as many babes as here.
The one I remember is, I don't remember what the line was, but Tal sent it because he was fucking around with it. And it was during the verse. I remember it was during whenever I was talking about the Warriors Guild getting a defend. Oh yeah, D-Defender baby.
D-Defender baby.
D-Defender baby. And he sent it back like lowered. Yeah, he lowered the voice pitch.
Hey, D-Defender baby.
Yeah.
D-Defender baby. You can bet that I'm with that. White nice too, but not the simps in the Twitch chat. Skelly Wavins with the drops. Taverly Dungeon. Now that's a Bob Sanford with some good herb that you simply cannot top. Hellhounds. I'ma get a Cerberus pet. Heading to the games room to make a couple bets. That old ass place is straight 2006. I know you stuck to Jimmy, but listen to this. From an Giles training methods for miles. Catch me at the raw crabs and I'm passing the trials.
Oh my god!
Keep that one in.
Yeah, that sounds so much cooler than me, dude.
Yeah, dude, that sounds great here.
Yeah,
that's fun, dude. I don't know why. I mean, they said that they were gonna hit me up about stuff, and I haven't heard from anyone at Jagex, so I don't know. Well, I'm assuming they'll hit me up eventually. Hopefully.
So you're gonna play Trailblazers?
Yeah.
I didn't play the third one or whatever. Trailblazers was a blast. Looking forward to doing it again. I think I streamed some. I don't think I'll stream this time. I just want to focus on the storytelling.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I'll get another excuse to starting a new account story. I haven't got to tell in so fucking long.
Yeah.
That's a rare story for guys like us. So I think I'll probably make some YouTube videos with it.
Yeah. It's rough making Leagues videos sometimes because it's like people are busting them out so fast and you almost feel this pressure to like get them out quick because everyone else is doing it. It's like, oh, no one's going to want to watch me. But then it's like, well, how do I make it so it doesn't matter when this video comes out, they'll watch it whenever.
I actually had a really a Leagues video that landed really well.
Yeah.
It was the thumbnail was like a bunch of skulls in the wilderness, and I had my character with the scythe. That was way after the league was over by the time that video came out.
Yeah.
And it was even like the 6th or 7th in a series, and it beat all the other ones' numbers by a long shot.
Yeah.
And I just decided to tell a kind of standalone story with it, and it worked, and people really liked it. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's good.
I felt good about that. I'm gonna do something like that again.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I feel like I've already talked about it at some point, but I remember during. I think it was Shattered Relics. I want to say it was, but I remember when the first day it started, I got in a call with General Sam, and he was telling me about just how my situation with Leagues and feeling like you need to get something out is how he felt with like Tarkov wipes, where he records with his friends that first day, and then he has to spend a ton of time editing, and then his friends keep playing because they're not making videos.
Yeah, and he doesn't get to play the wipe.
He doesn't get to play the wipe, and so he said to me, he's like, what you need to make sure you're doing is while all these dudes are pumping out videos and they're making this their series, he's like, people are going to watch them and then never watch them again. He's like, make a video that you could put out a year from now that people are going to watch then, and then once more, twice more, 3 times more again, because they come back to it because they like the video so much, because it's its own thing. It's not a Leagues thing. It's your video. It's this thing you made. And I remember that stuck with me so hard that I keep that philosophy with me on every single video I make now. It's like, no matter what's going on, how much time it takes me to do it, like I just want to make something that people are going to come back to. They're going to enjoy watching. Because I know I have those videos where they were made 5-6 years ago, but I come back to them 2-3 times a year to watch because they either inspire me or they make me laugh or make me feel good.
Yep. I can think of a handful. The fucking Bed Banana.
Yep.
What's the game?
SCP?
The space one. No, I'm thinking there was he
Citizen?
did like Star Citizen, dude. He did like 2 Star Citizen videos. There's a couple General Sam ones. There's the fucking the Minecraft Slimesicle video that I alluded to. Dude, these videos, like I'll just watch them again.
Yeah.
Like a movie. Like you rewind the VHS, you stick it back in.
Yeah. I know Bed has I have like 5 or 6 videos by Bed that I've watched I don't even know how many times, and Charborg too, both of them. Those two have inspired so much shit I've done, and they've just made me feel happy when I'm having a bad day or something, just watching the same videos. Dude, it's something to strive for, definitely, as a creator, is to make something like that for people.
Yeah.
never
And
know.
the really good guys make it look really easy too.
Yeah, they do.
You're like, dude, I feel like they just turned on the recorder, edited for 10 minutes, and this is like crazy thing.
Yeah.
Not the case, but it looks easy.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna keep all that stuff in mind still for leagues. Definitely. I want to play leagues and have fun with it, but when it comes to the video of it, I want to make something that people are gonna like. They're gonna watch again.
Yeah. I've enjoyed slowing my upload schedule down and making longer videos.
Yeah.
I try to hit like 40 minutes for a video at least, and I have more fun doing that.
Yeah, definitely. I always feel weird if I have a video like under 20 minutes. I almost feel like I'm doing something
weird
wrong.
now.
Like I'm fucking up. Yeah.
Dude, I remember when I first started, if I hit 15, 20 minutes, I'm like, damn, dude, look at how long this is.
Yeah.
Now if I'm like 15 minutes, I'm like, dude, I feel like I have just started.
Yeah.
Like this thing is not even close.
Yeah. I got to remind myself sometimes of that, because like I'll look at like this last buy release I just put out with Sins of the Father. That also hit an hour. That was an hour-long video. And like I didn't expect that, but it's just like I've just been going hard on everything. I'm not cutting corners. I know what I want to tell. And I'm always like looking back and I'm like, dude, the first buy release episodes were like 12 minutes long. Like
I know, dude.
I could never do that now. Like I can't make a 12-minute video now. No way.
I know, dude. Even the first video of the 3 Grotto videos was like 20 minutes or something. And that was me like trying to figure out what story I was going to tell, how to hit what beats in it, how to like get all that stuff in there. Splitting it up into 3 videos was kind of my way of like trying to figure out how to tell. In hindsight, I wouldn't do that. I'd make one longer video. I would cut some of the fluff of the first 2 and tell a longer, more complete one that's maybe a little more concise, like where like every little bit in the video is pretty necessary. I try not to cut too much because you want people to feel the length of the grind if it's a long one. Yeah. And so you have to kind of leave some stuff in there. I think I did a really good job with Grotto video number 3 of recontextualizing what we were doing, and then having some clips of me and my friends that were grinding Grotto along the way to like make it feel like we're really going through this thing. Yeah. The Corrupted Gauntlet is going to be a particularly difficult video. The fact that I probably have about 12 hours of footage just fucking sitting on like a hard drive that I've been banking up. So yeah, we'll
so much red. You're gonna see a lot of red on
so
your screen
much
for
red,
so
bro.
long, dude.
So it's so red, dude.
Yeah.
So when I stop looking at the screen, everything else looks green. Was it green? What's the opposite of red? Is it
what?
Is it
blue? Are you thinking of blue? The color
like
blue?
Complementary colors. Is it red and blue? Green and purple are complementary, right?
I thought purple and yellow.
Purple and yellow. Red and green? Is that it? Shit, yeah, Google it.
I use this. I literally, for thumbnails, I go to the same website for a color wheel every single time. It's like a turquoise.
Red and green. Red and green.
Yeah.
Yeah, orange and blue, yellow and violet.
Yeah, orange and blue. Yeah, that's right.
I forget orange and blue. I hate that combination. It looks so bad.
Yeah.
That's when we zoom in on your latest thumbnail. It's all orange and blue. Yeah, that looks so stupid. Which, to be honest, could be a really good thumbnail because thumbnails don't have to look good. They just have to look catchy. So
God, I hate thumbnails so much.
I hate that.
So fucking dumb.
Not my favorite part of the job.
No.
In fact, I hate it.
I work so long
so much
on them.
pressure, and it's fucking. You're like, dude, I just spent 100 hours on this video. I just want to make a thumbnail that says, please just fucking click on the fucking here, right here. Here's an arrow. Yeah. And then a face.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, written 3 times.
Yeah, that'd be a good thumbnail, dude. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, I wanted to talk about this real quick, too, because I saw some shit about this. I thought it was very interesting on Twitter and on YouTube. A lot of RuneScape 3 players, I don't know if it has entirely to do with did you hear about that like hero pass and shit?
I've heard mention of a hero pass.
Yeah.
And I felt the rage bubbling up among people, but I did not dive into it.
I mean, that shit got Asmongolded, dude. Like, fucking hero pass straight up got reacted to by hundreds of thousands of people that don't even know RuneScape. Like, that's how bad it was. And so they went through a pretty rough patch this summer, I'd say. And there's a big group of RuneScape 3 players who are actually doing a hardcore group Ironman or just group Ironman. I don't know if they're still hardcore after they've all died, but on old school, they're like shifting over, like, which is dangerous for them because they're going to see how hard it is to go back to RuneScape 3 after like experiencing old school. I can't imagine experiencing old school for like the true first time coming from RuneScape 3. Like if you've just like you've really kind of pushed the whole like nostalgia appeal and like the, you know, I don't want to leave my game thing for so long, and then you actually take that step with friends and you like experience old school. I'm curious to see what happens with them, to see if they're able to get back to RuneScape 3 if they even want to, because I don't know, man. They seem like they're having a lot of fucking fun. RuneScape 3 is like in a weird spot, it seems. Like I'm not in that community, I don't know, but it seems like it's a little shaky over there right now.
Did the hero pass, is it out?
Yeah.
Is it trucking?
Yeah.
Jagex didn't backpedal on
They
it
backpedaled a little bit. They changed some stuff around. I'm not sure exactly what they changed, but I know people were just like, you took 30 steps in the wrong direction and then took like 5 back. Like,
yeah,
you know, I don't know. It's very weird. They really fucked up over there. There's a lot of, you know, what's funny is this whole, I remember last podcast we did, I talked about it just a little bit with the Cold One tweet with saying that they're not banning bots to pump the numbers. You know?
Yeah.
And so this is interesting. This is something that a RuneScape 3 YouTuber, I think, actually brought it up. Another reason to add on to this, because they're not banning the bots, so the numbers of the players are up. And then during the Summer Summit, they had a 2-day promotion where they gave 50% off of a yearly membership purchase, Premier membership, which is insane. 50 fucking % off. So many people jumped at it, and they just skyrocketed the membership sales and the overall sales of
They're
how
just
much.
pumping the numbers.
And then they got the hero pass that came out simultaneously, and then they started selling those plushies at the same time. And there is a lot happening at once, which I thought it was really interesting once this guy started pointing all of it out.
Dude, can confirm, have been at Revs for 2 weeks, and holy shit, every world has about, I would say, conservatively, every world has 30 bots in the Rev caves.
Yeah.
Sprinkled out, running to and from the bank. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I've seen the same ones every day for weeks. And I'm like, dude, it's bad.
Yeah.
I haven't been anywhere else in the game. Don't really have to. Also, they're all like hardcore scripting that like, they're hard to kill.
Yeah.
Because I'm one tick flicking. You can actually like, they don't pray properly if you one tick like to a crossbow or a mage prayer or something. You're trying to kill them, because I have been trying to kill them. You can just camp with a rune crossbow in your hand and shoot like fire surge just with the crossbow, and they won't pray properly. Like, I thought about making it like a kind of Sir Pugger style. Like, I'm just killing all these bots, making a bunch of money. But dude, there is no way they aren't blatantly ignoring all of this.
Yeah.
If I ran the kind of script that these fuckers are running to run their bots for half a minute on my main account, it would be banned for botting immediately. They know exactly where these bots are. It's insane.
Yeah.
Dude, and the PK, they have bots out there PKing that with like hardcore AHK script, like really insane shit. Running 24/7 all over the place. None of the accounts are getting banned.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Like, it's almost, I can't even try to hide it anymore. Like,
I don't know what it's like being on that team.
I don't know.
And going on a fucking live stream, and then they're just like, and you're like, if they ask about the bots, just smile and move on to the next topic.
Yeah.
You're like, poor fucking Aisha's like, haha, we don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And so anyways, the hero membership pass. You're like, fuck, dude.
Buy the Sneeve plushie.
Yeah, haha.
Yeah.
If you stomp on her, a pile of bones comes out.
Yeah. I don't know if you've kept up with the plushie stuff. Did you see the creator Discord at all? I'm not going to go into detail, but
Yeah. I mean, I can understand why people are upset about it.
yeah.
What I will say is, to Jagex's credit, they're a lot looser with their IP
Oh, yeah.
and way more forgiving than any other video game publisher I've ever seen by far. It's not close.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I know a couple creators felt really burned, and I know that it was not communicated properly, the whole plushie deal, but holy shit, are Jagex being extremely forthcoming and like loose with how they treat their IP, all things considered.
Yeah.
I don't know of a single company that even comes close to Jagex in regards of like letting people use the RuneScape IP for merch and stuff. And I know they did make some rules about it recently, but but yes, I did see the content creator Discord around plushies.
Yeah. So I told them I had a more private conversation with one of the mods, and it was essentially, I broke down I didn't leave a detail out of my thoughts, and what it boiled down to is I understand their IP policy that they put in. It makes sense. I actually said it was miraculous that it took them this long to like tighten up their IP. And I'm like, yes, things like a fucking mithril armor set or a hardcore Iron Man armor set absolutely should need to go through this process. But on their actual IP page that is publicly available to anybody who wants to look, there's a section in there that says something along the lines of like, Jagex IP is anything that can be seen within the RuneScape world and environment, which is like the most vague description
You're
of
like trees? Do you mean
exactly?
trees
That's literally
and a waterfall.
I said, is a fucking stick in my hand a battle staff sold from Varrock vendor Zaf? Or do you guys own all 4-pointed golden stars now? Is that Ceradom and Star? Like, you guys need to clarify this shit, because if you wanted to under these IP, you guys could fucking outsue anyone you want with all the money you have. Like, it doesn't matter. This is scary for people who want to do stuff. Like, even going through your system, I mean, does my fucking penguin Santa hat belong to you guys because I am associated with RuneScape and it's a Santa hat from RuneScape or something? Like, it's weird. They need to I told them, like, you guys have to just elaborate a little more. Like, you gotta be more specific here, because this is gonna scare a lot of people and it's gonna bite somebody in the ass, which ultimately, if it bites anybody in the ass, it's gonna come back to Jagex. Like, people are gonna react to it.
It will be on Twitter. It will be on YouTube.
Yes,
it will be everywhere.
Yes. So, I mean, that's all I said about it. I was like, you guys just, I mean, please update the IP thing to be more elaborate. Tell people what they can do and can't do. I mean, don't fucking, because it says something like, oh, we'll be more lenient with things, you know, that are more like directly your character.
Yeah, until it hurts their bottom line, and then they're like, we're not lenient anymore.
Yeah,
like, well,
exactly.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, there are certain players that if they don't have the best relationship with Jagex, like historically, and they're doing something that is like borderline, but can be argued that it's not IP. I mean, if Jagex wants to fucking sue them into the ground and take everything they've ever had plus more, they could, just because they're not specific, and it's weird. It's a weird world. The legal world is not one you want to fuck with too hard, I'd say. So I don't know. I hope they look into it a little more, but
yeah. Hey Jimmy, RuneScape player tries WoW hardcore for the first time. Would you watch that?
Yeah, my wife made a video that was like that exact, not that exact title.
Did you use that title?
No.
Okay. It's a good title, though.
I will say, are you thinking about doing that? Or
I don't know. I'd have to see if I was having fun playing RuneScape or
WoW
hardcore.
So I think, honestly, if you're going to do that, my recommendation would be just leave the RuneScape player thing out, because I've tried that before with CSGO. I said RuneScape pros try CSGO or something like that.
I remember the video.
Didn't do too well, like number-wise.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's just because
CSGO crossover, not the biggest,
Well, and nothing about a RuneScape player makes me think they'd be particularly good or bad at CSGO. So it's like,
I mean, if it's
you're trying WoW hardcore for the first time, it's just
if you're
good.
playing WoW, especially like for one of the first times, I mean, people are interested in watching new-ish players play WoW.
There's been a lot of players doing that in old school RuneScape recently. I've seen a couple series pop up.
Yeah. So I wouldn't even label it.
And some of them were not even like, they weren't RS3 players or anything. They were just, hey, I'm a Minecraft YouTuber, or I make like review videos on this like really obscure. I've seen some really obscure channels be like, tried RuneScape for the first time, new player, hey. And it gets like 100K or
dude.
North of, and I'm like, I guess RuneScape players just want to see that shit.
Yeah,
I bet WoW would too.
Yeah, it's they absolutely do. They eat it up, dude. It's amazing, and any game community would, because I mean I know it's interesting as someone who's played RuneScape my entire life to watch somebody log into the game for the first time, because even though I have nostalgia about it, I have no idea what my mind was going through anymore, because. I mean, all I have is vague memories of it, but watching somebody talk through seeing it for the first time is amazing. It's fun. So huge appeal.
Yeah, and I remember maybe about a year ago when I rewatched the One Kick Rig videos, and I'm like, dude, I couldn't make a video like this because I was enjoying this stupid simplicity. I actually was.
Yeah.
There was not acting in the video. I'm like right-clicking stuff to examine a thistle and be like, ooh, a thistle. Like, that's not going in my next video.
Yeah, I know.
Me right-clicking something and go, ooh, maybe I'll do it now.
Yeah.
But like, anyways, it's like the stuff that you immediately do as a new player in a game is like something about that. You kind of get the same feeling. Like, I hang out with my nephew. So Adam's got a little one that's 2.5. Watching him just see stuff and interact with it is so fun.
Yeah.
Because everything's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, a song will come on of some music genre that he's never heard before, and he's just like, and he just like doesn't know what to do with his hands and feet, and he's like leaping around and screeching. You're like, dude, what is that like?
Yeah.
That's gotta be crazy.
That's gonna be wild, dude.
That kid is over the moon for whatever the heck is playing in the cafe right now or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
damn, bro.
It's always gonna be fascinating watching something like that. I mean, it just translates to every game, like community. They just don't know what it's like to be new anymore. So, yeah.
You know what, dude? Maybe I'll start making some green screen videos, and then I'll start doing some like reaction videos to like your videos and Will Idol's videos, and then y'all can react to the reactions.
Oh, it works perfectly for Asmongold.
We could just content farm but we'll just do that in our own little subcategory. Then at one point, someone's got to say something dumb enough or strike a chord that it blows up, and then we just, then we're out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Let's get the fuck out.
Yeah, then we could just go make Rust movies or whatever we want to do.
Yeah. Dude. So did you get a chance to watch any of the Summer Summit, like the stuff they've announced much?
No, not at all.
So
I didn't know there was a Summer Summit. I heard, I saw a tweet, and then I forgot. And then you just said it, and I was like, oh yeah, there was a Summer Summit.
Yeah. Well, one of the big things, did you hear about Varlamore coming out?
I read, I think, the word Varlamore. Maybe I saw one of the concept artists like Jerv or someone throw up a picture of a bird that said Varlamore on it.
A bird, yeah.
It was like, I know nothing, but I know that's like to the east. I think someone talks about it. They do with the katana maybe on the
west,
east dock of Martania.
No.
It was west. Then what's
all the way
west?
So Varlamore is connected to Kurend. Like,
well, I mean, I guess
map.
You could get there if you went east.
Well, the world's flat, so
we don't know that, Jimmy. We haven't tried.
Whatever, dude. No one's gonna believe
Once
you.
sailing comes out, we'll know.
Yeah, we'll see if we fall off the edge or see if
dude, wait, actually,
back.
I actually wonder. No, they're not gonna do that. But what if I wonder if they're gonna have ports where like how they connected all of them and have prices
Yeah,
to
yeah,
charter
charter.
ships based on the distance.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll do one from East Coast wrapping around to West. If the map expands.
Dude, you're going to overwhelm them. Chill out. You're going to freak them out.
You know? Or like there's a new land and we just someone thinks they're like someone's fucking trying to sail they're trying to get to Ardoyne, so they head east and they just call that Ardoyne and they're like, it's all these Ardinians, and they're like, actually we're not. And then eventually we call them native Ardinians and they're like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Or whatever they want, I don't know.
Yeah.
Basically a Christopher Columbus of I don't know. Was the Eastern lands to the east? Is that what they call it then? Because there is some lore about off the east coast of.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, tell me about Varlamore, dude.
Varlamore. So this is their first like instance. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do phases for the first time. So rather than like spit something out like the entirety of Kurend and have nothing there with nothing to do, and it's just disgusting copy and pasted shit like they did. You know about that, right?
Yeah.
Were you playing when that happened?
Dude.
Yeah. So,
no, but I learned.
You learned about
when
it.
I started playing in 2017, 2018. Like, it was still bad.
Yeah.
No one went there. It was big fucking squares everywhere and it looked like shit.
Yeah.
Now it looks incredible.
It's great.
But nobody goes there because they fucked up the release.
Yeah.
Like, have you been to Shazian lately? It looks awesome.
Oh, yeah.
If I owned a house in RuneScape, it would be in Shazian.
Yeah, it's dope. But in Varlamore, it's going to be the expansion of Kurend. It's going to be huge. It's going to be like the size of Kurend, basically, like doubling it.
Wow.
They're going to do phases, so we're not even going to get all of Varlamore on release. It's going to be like a certain part of it. They're putting like 3 quests out. They're going to have all these like skilling activities, hunting guilds.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
You could do a RuneScape series where you play through the eras of game in the order in which they're released, and you could call it by release. Varlamore edition.
Good fucking idea. Well, I'm actually gonna get around to something close to this because I talked about it in the Summer Summit reaction video I had because I'm proud of this idea that I came up with because it's something that's never been done by Jagex before. I'm assuming they're going to do like 3 or 4 phases of releases and opening up this whole big narrative and letting people experience the world, probably different raids, hopefully a dungeon for fucking first dungeon in RuneScape. And I proposed a new account, a new coded in account, just how they coded in Iron Man as an official game mode. I proposed that they used Varlamore as the very first, like once they're done with the phases, it's fully released, they put out the very first Jagex coded area restricted Iron Man.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking, dude.
And what they could do...
Because the first thing everyone's going to do when they make Varlamore is there's going to be like 10 Varlamore locked accounts.
Right. So I'm like, why not use this as an opportunity to build it into the story of Varlamore and try and do for the very first time in any RuneScape game mode, account-specific quest line where you need to be a Varlamore locked Iron Man to start and finish a quest line that is only for you, that progresses you to a certain point in the game, and you can eventually choose to graduate and you can go unlock the rest of the world, where it would essentially be a new way to level an account, a new way to restrict yourself. So
you're basically saying I'm not a Gillinorian.
Right.
I'm not from Gillinor. I'm
right.
starting my life.
You're a Zaya guy.
In Varlamore.
Yeah. So yeah, and
then instead of emigrating from Gillinor to Varlamore, it's the other way around. That would be so fucking dope, dude.
It would be really dope.
It would also be such a good design challenge for the team,
right?
Because you would have to build out all the skills in the new map,
right? It would be an incentive to really pay attention to shit.
So you would end up with a map that like you can just go do all the skills on from 1 to 99,
right?
Or 1 to 70 or whatever.
Yeah.
They,
so I mean, it's never. I don't know anything like that in other games.
I've never heard of something like that.
Yeah, for area restricted.
Usually it's like usually isn't it like the new expansion comes out, they give you a free max level account to go fuck around.
Yeah, you can do that,
yeah. But this would be like the opposite of that.
Right. It would be, this is a new way to start a brand new RuneScape account, play in a brand new way. Yeah.
That sounds so dope.
I would love that. And to incorporate a storyline, because, in RuneScape quests, your character is just kind of seen as like this fucking weird adventurer guy. He's nothing special. He's not a hero. He's just this fucking guy who's like winding up in weird situations.
Yeah, even like the Dragon Slayer 2 like cutscenes where they bring in all the leaders. You're just like, hey, it's me.
Yeah.
Savior of the world guy. And they're like, what's he doing here? And you're like, I saved all of you each and the world a lot. So but
the way I said, like, the way I'd start it is on Tutorial Island, because there's the little Iron Man tutors, and now there's the group Iron Man dock on the other side of Tutorial Island. What if they expanded that dock, and now there's a Varlamore emissary there, and he's recruiting people. Sick. He's recruiting people to devote themselves to the Kingdom of Varlamore, start a fresh life, work, come work for us. And, they have all these rules, like you cannot leave Varlamore. Like you have sworn yourself to us.
You gotta like fucking rise up and like escape Varlamore.
Either that, or you're working your way through this new quest line of like starting at the bottom of the barrel, and you're sticking with that RuneScape theme of being this fucking weird nobody who's finding themselves in extraordinary situations that normal people wouldn't be in. Because that's just how RuneScape's always worked. That's your story as the character. So just being this little fucking errand runner for somebody, stumbling across like the introduction to this huge big storyline, like fucking Haziel shows up, not Haziel obviously, but someone of that stature, and you start this big long storyline. You're no longer just this errand runner fucking squat. You work your way to a squire and a knight and a fucking...
Do you know how many people would start new accounts to play through Varlamore?
It would be
holy shit,
amazing. It would be. Nothing has happened like that in the history of RuneScape on either game. Quests,
whatever they're doing right now in production for Varlamore, they need to pause and go do this.
Right. Well, because
everybody would be talking about it outside of RuneScape.
Right. I think it would be such a cool idea. Like I was talking about it. Like I spitballed that while reacting to it.
Do you know how much cooler that would be than sailing?
It was so much fucking cooler, dude.
Do you know how much cooler that's going to be than sailing?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I got so excited just like pitching it like out loud to myself during it. I literally wanted to start like drafting some sort of storyline to like pitch to Jagex because I got so excited.
I peed a little right now.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Dude.
It just sounds so fucking fun, man.
Not that I need to clean anything up, but like enough that I'm not wearing these tomorrow.
I don't know, man. It's such a refreshing idea for RuneScape that got me excited about the game for a second.
Cool.
Yeah. I hope they do look into it because I feel like it would change the game forever. Like truly, I think that'd be such a great direction to take RuneScape is start focusing on this restriction thing that has kept the game alive for so long.
Dude,
why not lean into it more and create account specific quest lines and areas and create like an immersive world around account types like that? Why not?
What that also does is allow them to fill out the low and mid game that everybody actually plays.
Right.
Late game, it just, as much as all the real fucking nerds hate to admit it, it's so unapproachable and unrelatable to most people who know about RuneScape and play RuneScape. Mm-hmm. So then Jagex has to spend all their time releasing stuff for people who have been playing the game for 4,000 hours.
Yeah.
But if you do something like that, you flesh out low and mid game stuff.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later you just release another big island.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Or you incorporate a new restriction in an already existing area, like how they split the areas up in Trailblazer. Make fucking quest lines there for new accounts. Make a Mauritania locked fucking guy with this new quest line kind of thing, and you get to create a new Swampletics-esque thing. There's so many things you can do. Yeah, and another thing I mentioned in there is kind of what you were touching on with like the low mid-level game is like there is only one low mid-level game as like the meta, and it is quite literally go to fucking Stronghold Security, get your 10k, go do Waterfall, go do Trino Village, get your fucking instant 30-40 attack level.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that so many goddamn times. It's like if I ever make a new account, that's just what I have to do. I'm going to do that.
I do things the bad way now just to not do it the good way.
Exactly.
Dude, because imagine a world 4 years from now where you create an account, you go to Tutorial Island, and then you think, do I want to go to Gielinor? Do I want to go to Varlamore? Do I want to go to the Eastern Lands? Do I want to go to the like north of the wilderness? And then you do low mid-level stuff all the way up through like progressing through these areas, and then it unlocks like the rest of this. That would be so sick.
Yeah,
that'd be fucking
I
cool.
hope someone at Jagex listened to that and brings it over to
that would be so cool.
Yeah. No, I've thought about that almost every day since I talked about it for the first time, because I'm just like, man, that would make me so excited to log in right now, man.
That's like all the excitement of a league with the like staying power of main game.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because since they're releasing like certain parts of Varlamore, like obviously they're not going to do this in the first phase, but if they wanted to even do it with a release of the very last phase, like their final push of Varlamore, and they release this at the same time, or even a month after that, of creating this new thing that with a complete fledged out new area, I mean, it'd be perfect to have this whole area ready for you. Like the whole, all of Varlamore is complete with like activities and skills where they want it. Everything's balanced the way they want it. And then you get to come over as a brand new account that they've made sure, maybe at level 60 you unlock a passage to Korend or something. You're given permission, or you become a fucking, a courier or something like that, part of the storyline, and you've now access to certain parts of Great Korend or something. Like there's so many ways they can take this at different parts of a RuneScape account. I don't know. There's a lot of opportunity there. I hope they use it. I hope they come up with something.
Sick.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
Yeah. I can dream.
New playable race.
Yeah, dude. Wouldn't that be
That'd
cool?
Be cool. I saw a plugin. I saw a plugin on, someone tweeted it. I don't know if it was just like a 10-second little clip of these 4 or 5 different characters walking. And it was like, there was an orc, an elf, a skeleton, a human, or something. They were all the exact same character model, and because they got to fit all the armor and all the whatever, but like had a little different like faces and heads and the skin colors, and a couple things were different, like pointy ears on the others or whatever. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
if you could have different like playable races.
Yeah,
like that would be the if I could be a fucking goblin, Jimmy. If I could be a fucking goblin, and I could go to Bandos and I could get fucking Bandos armor on my bent little ass little goblin guy. Holy shit, I would play this game so much.
Yeah,
I would spend so much money on this game.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, dude. Everyone would make an elf. Everyone would, dude. It'd be hot.
Well, imagine this.
Do you imagine a vampire, bro?
I was just gonna say. I was like, imagine this. You start the storyline as a Vired juvenile guy or something like that, and you're like in with like after they finish the whole, because they probably still have a quest or two after Sins of the Father to do with that whole shit. After they finish that, you get to start that storyline as somebody who's in that world of like trying to find people to fucking tithe, because there's a shortage always, and you're like involved in your own quest line over there. It'd be so cool,
dude,
man.
You would have a Horde alliance kind of like faction team situation. I'm sold. Whichever mod is watching this, talk to your people. You can do something. I'm pumped for when this is finally created and we get little statues in the new Varlamore, because
it'd be fucking dope. That'd be cool.
All right, Jimmy, let's make that rap video, and I'll see you when I'm in Vegas? ?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be.
Are you going to be going to TwitchCon at all?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Cool.
I'll be there.
3-day pass? Or just gonna show up one day or what?
I have the 3-day pass, but I'll probably go for one day. I don't know.
Cool.
There's gonna be so many people there. I don't know what.
General Sam actually hit me up.
Yeah, he did.
Last TwitchCon was like, hey man, we should have hung out. I'm gonna hit him up. See, do you know if he's going?
He's going. Yeah, I talked to him about it.
Okay.
He's going.
There's a couple other people that
Bed
I meant
and
to message.
Charbord and all them are going too. So.
Yo, sick.
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll see them.
All right. Well, damn. All right, man.
Yeah. All right. Let's.
I'll see you in like a week.
Sounds good. I'm gonna end.